Oh, Mr. Swami, you must be so tired of my monologue. You know, I do talk. In fact, I talk too much. When I was a kid, adults, the favorite name for me was Talaharate. They all, at one point or other, said the equivalent of, can someone shut this kid up? But then I discovered debates. But debates had time limits. But then I became a consultant. There was no time limit. In fact, I was paid. The longer I talked, the more I was paid. So I'm afraid I've gotten into the bad habit of talking too much. But then you seem to want to listen to me. I don't know why. You are a captive audience, so I am going to milk you for all it is worth. Okay? Now, the where was I? Where was I? Oh, this is one habit of mine that I have to confess to you. I start out, let us say, in Bangalore, and soon in my conversation, I find myself in Hyderabad, and then if I'm not careful, in New Delhi. And then I have to ask people, excuse me, where was I? ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಅಂತ. So, if you don't mind, please, would you do me the favor of telling me you were in Bangalore so that I can go back to Bangalore and resume again? And again, I will lose my way probably, but that is the nature of my conversation. And I'm not too bad, Therefore, you may be interested wherever I am. So, where was I? Oh, yes, the changes in me. Self-pity. Hold on. Okay. Self-pity. One of the byproducts of this condition is self-pity. It is the most pathetic result of this disease. Now, let me give you an example. Why I sometimes wallow in self-pity. What is the most commonly, almost universal accomplishment every human being can claim? From the time a baby is toilet trained at 1 year or less, damn it, a human being can go to the bathroom by himself. To take that away from a human being is a cruel and unusual punishment. No judge, even those who impose on a serial killer life imprisonment in solitary, have never imposed the punishment, thou shalt not be able to shit. You see, losing bowel movement. Hey, wait a minute, excuse me. Bowel rhymes with vowel. Rhymes are very precious. If you can kindly permit me, I have to note it down because I have a poem coming sometime with bowel and vowel. Okay. So, as I said, self-pity is, and then I find that in my so-called lucid moments or hours or days, what I call my awake time, when I realize how petty or mean or cruel or self-pitying I am, I so deeply regret at that time what a pain in the ass I am to the ones whom I dearly love and who dearly love me. I'm sure of those things. Once upon a time, till a year ago, or is it 3 years ago, or never mind, I don't remember these things anymore. Um, mm, okay. I was about to say, I took care of all of them, you know. Yeah, we were equal partners in everything. Now I'm a bloody nuisance at best and an ordeal at worst. All my life, I was never a burden to anyone. Never was it said, oh, Vinod, God, what are we going to do with him? And now, poor things, she and they and everyone feel guilty when they feel, rightly so, angry with my needs, which are like a baby's. Get me off the bed, take me to the bloody toilet, bathe me, feed me, and watch out lest I escape. And all this while, sometimes I am there, sometimes I am elsewhere or nowhere. ನೋಡಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, ಒಂದು ಸಂತೋಷ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಏನೋ ಇದೆ. I didn't have to do anything, take responsibility for anything these days. ಅದು ಸಂತೋಷದ ಸುದ್ದಿ. ಜೀವನವೆಲ್ಲ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಈಗ ಒಮ್ಮೆಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಯ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು, ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಬೇಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ. ಬಟ್ ದುಃಖದ ಸುದ್ದಿ, ದ ವೆರಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಹೋಗೋದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗಿದ್ದ ಗೌರವನೂ ಹೊರಟೋಯ್ತು. ಅಗೌರವ ಬಂತು ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಅದರ ಬದಲು ಪಿಟಿ ಸರ್, ಪಿಟಿ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಪಾಪ, ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ ಮೊದಲು, ಈಗ ಏನೂ ಆಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವನ ಕೈಲಿ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಮರ್ತು ಬಿಡ್ತಾನಮ್ಮ, ಇಲ್ಲ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬಂದುಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. You cannot trust him to do anything at all. And as I was saying earlier, I was an equal partner, I told. Sometimes more than equal partner. I think I was 51% at least, and she was 49%. All right. If it is sexist, okay. She was 51%, I was 49%. But you see, I was, and now I am not. So I, man, there was a full capital letter I. Now I am moving to the small letter, lowercase I. And soon it will just be the dot on the top of the small letter. And gradually, you know what Euclid said? A point has only one dimension. So from 3 dimensions to 2 dimensions to 1 dimension to no dimension, I am moving in my dementia, you see. That's a good one. Where is Sina ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು? ನಾನು ಹೋಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನೀನು. Oh, what did you ask? You asked, ಏನೋ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಯಜಮಾನ್ತಿ ಜೊತೆಗೇ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ? ಅಡುಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಸರ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಮೈ ಪರಾಠಸ್ were famous throughout the family clan. And now, actually, 2 weeks ago, since I was forbidden from the kitchen, ಅವಳು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾಗ I went to the kitchen and tried my hand at my famous recipe. It was such a disaster. Half the stuff fell into the stove and half on the ground, And when she came, she had so much work to do to clean the mess that she has now built a door to the kitchen and she locks it whenever she goes because she says, I can't trust you not to create huge messes as though I don't have enough to do. Papa, she didn't mean it. But you know, Rose hogatte Papa avalgune. Sometimes I feel for her, sometimes I don't feel for her. I just feel for myself. And you may be asking, why am I doing all this analysis? What good is it? One, it proves, man, that I have some mind, at least still. Yeah, it's not completely gone. I'm not brainless yet, for God's sake. So, that's one. But more important than that, understanding what is happening to me as a result of my condition and all the behaviors that I seem to be exhibiting, I hope, will help me control the consequences. Bullshitter. That's like saying, by understanding diarrhea, I can control the spontaneous stream. I'm sorry for the dirty simile, but that's what it's like. I don't think I can control my behavior, but at least I want to record them for posterity. And who knows, someone else might learn something from it. I had such ambitions as I grew up to become a great person, a Mahatma, like great soul. Unfortunately, it's too late. I hope I will be remembered as a kind of medium-sized soul, some soul. But on the other hand, I've come to rationalize, how it is, 24 karat gold is no good, it's very brittle, so one shouldn't be great. It's enough to be 22 karat, even 18 karat or 14 karat. So maybe I will be 8 karat. Also, when I look at my wife and say, sometimes when she seems to be really, really angry, and I could see when she thinks I'm not looking at her expression, and I say, oh, poor thing, maybe it is driving her, this condition is driving her to a place wherein she doesn't love me anymore. But then I say, love is an overrated quality. They say that climbing Mount Everest, no one stays for more than 15 minutes on the Mount Everest. It is a very inhospitable, very uncomfortable place. You can just boast saying you are on the top, but actually it's a lot more comfortable to come down. Most mountaineers, Hillary and Tenzing included, just came down from 29,000 whatever to 25,000 and then rested comfortably. So, love badlo, premad badlo, preeti, vishwasa, caring. Hopefully, she feels those things. I feel them, but what is the point of my feeling? It has all become one-way street. I take. She gives, and that's what it is going to be more and more. Shit. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. Physical deterioration is one thing, but its effect on relationships. God, what am I doing? Giving a speech or something to you. Anyway, you don't mind. For some reason, you seem to be very interested in my story. You've been listening so avidly. All right. I think I have shot my wad, man. I think I have said all that I want to say now. And I think I'm going to sit down. Mr. Swami, is there a place I can go where I will not be a burden and I can spend the rest of the days without punishing those whom I love, who love me, and who are now in my prison. I am the warden, I am the prison guard, and they are in my prison. They can't get out. Only I can release them. Only I, by getting out. No, I don't want to die yet. But is there a way to get out without dying? Swami, who has been listening all along to this monologue, speaks up. Yes, Mr. Rao, I have been wanting to tell you, but I was waiting till you were ready. For the last few days, I have been sitting there and observing you, and I had a suspicion which turned out to be right, that you are ready. To your question, is there a place? Yes, sir, there is a place. I belong there, and there are 100 people, 100 who are like you and like me, and you can there migrate and be a proud citizen of the land of the Parkinsons. You don't anymore have to be Parkinson-in-law, you can be a Parkinson.